Hi, blessings, everyone. Excuse me, I'm just playing around with my hair here. Okay. So what's going on energy-wise? It's just after 10 a.m. here in Edinburgh, and it's the 2nd of April, 2019. I'm aware of how sensitive we all are at the present time. It's interesting because I seem to be more aware of how the collective is than I am of myself. Excuse me playing with my hair. Yeah. And I guess I'm just looking at it this morning. There's a sense of unity that I experience always. And I feel the balance there in terms of how we perceive life and the illusion that is, I talk about the illusion breaking, is how our veils are moving, how we're moving through this, what they call this amnesia that we have. And there's a sense of opening there within the individual in terms of their contracts, their soul connection. The contracts that I'm speaking of are the contracts that we've had within the experience of our life, which feels as if we've experienced or we're experiencing connections and relationships which may not be for our highest good, which is a good thing to meditate on. Is this for my highest good? The systems that are in place in terms of the illusion, and I'm looking at the external systems, but of course they are already part of us. So anything that's been experienced in terms of systems that is changing, it's really having a good look inside to see what is changing in terms of our own internal system. How we love in life as well. What does love mean in terms of the reality that we live in? So the big picture, when I look at it, is that there is an opening happening in terms of the divine and this place of unity that we have, which is connected with our spirit and our sense of awe in the world, being free to experience life through the infinite presence and this moment where everything that we perceive is part of the magnificence and part of the great, what I would call the great spirit in life. It's this beautiful connection we have that is really a blessing of the multidimensional source, where we see everything in a place of beauty and freedom, where there is a balance there in terms of how we perceive ourselves within this elusive nature, the experience of life. And I guess the question always is, what is real? How do we experience a reality? I'm saying this as it sounds as if it's coming from a mental place, but it's not. It's actually coming from a deeper place inside. So really looking into the wisdom there, and what is knowledge in terms of our own personal, unique, authentic self. So as I'm talking this and speaking about this, I'm feeling how these bridges that we've lived on throughout life, where we're on the bridge between heaven and earth, how that is changing, because we're becoming more and more free within our own higher self. The higher self is very much living through our lives in terms of how we guide and how we really function in life. The wise are the wisdom keeper inside, the gatekeeper, because we're all gatekeepers of this new earth. So there's a system in place with regards to separation from this that is changing. How we are able to really live through true oneness, and this oneness with ourselves. So this is coming into alignment at the present time with this deep sensitivity that I spoke of. Our sensitivity is part of the illusion. It doesn't really support us. It's the place, I guess, of many great artists who throughout time have been on the bridge. Michelangelo and the very well-known visual art, the visionary, where they lived this life, and they were really living in a place of beauty and a sense of openness there with the big picture, this enormous vision, and how they were able to actually bring it into being through their paintings and their art. And this particular energy that's coming through and this time that we're living in, we're being asked to create and to be creative, to be the artist inside, to create our own lives, to live from a place of being, not doing. So therefore, this deep sensitivity that I'm speaking of is this place of the heart and really feeling within that heart space who we truly are. Releasing any contracts that are out of alignment with our authenticity. I'm saying contracts. If you meditate on it, you might come up with a different way of expressing this, but it's really these. I feel, this connection that we have had at soul level before we came into life, and how we live from a place of deep knowing inside, but maybe connected with others, which separates us from this space of knowing. So if we can bless everything that is real in our reality and allow the flow of life to come through, then that which no longer is there for our highest good will just automatically flow out of our, it flows out of our reality. And there is a very strong awareness there that whatever we're experiencing is there for a purpose. So it's quite beautiful. When our external world does not mirror who we are and doesn't support who we are in our authenticity, then with patience we can perceive it and allow it to go. The heart may be in question at times, but there is a sense of the wisdom there that is coming through, which really is our guide. It's amazing. Anyway, so I'm just going to tune in for a few minutes. We're just tuning into just a really, really simple connection here coming in, and we can meditate on life as a soul. So we're really just connecting in with this soul and this soulful living inside. And as we connect into this infinite and unique space of ourselves, we can feel our sacred and our need within the source of beauty inside. This deep love for humanity and for life as a soul, and our purpose at being here at this time. Our experience of life in the present and the present moment. So we're just blessing this space of deep awareness inside. The knowing self. And this ability to see through our vision and deep clarity of the wise one inside. The wisdom and knowing of our true nature and the beauty of life inside. So we can just breathe into these energies, and we're just breathing in a sense of unity there. Deep connection. And a blessing of peace. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm still, as you can see, I'm still having issues with the screen on my computer. It's very weird. Yeah. Have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.